Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another fantastic stream. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only here with...
Mr. Han.
And today we're going to be playing Jank Heroes Funnifyic. Mr. Han, are you excited for today's stream?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Kirby, you are still currently on an alien planet during this session, sadly. Boom, 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 boom.
Also, I start as Marcus and not Shadow Kale.
Yeah, you're going to start as yourself.
Yeah, my civilian.
Alright, now I'm getting the live chat up on the computer, so one moment. There we go. Now everything seems to be set up more or less, so let's get started. What time is it currently, so we know how long we're supposed to run? Kirby said, I can still use my heal power if necessary. Yes, the way his heal power works, he can use it on you even though he's off-world. So what time is it?
6:57.
6:57, so where we're going to be going until 7:57. Nerd Tanker said, Captain Nerd Tanker is here. So it looks like you're going to have a couple people to help you out. However, Nerd Tanker is still on world, so he can help you, but Kirby is off world. Okay, so roll 2d20.
That's
would you like this little slide table?
13 and 11.
Which is your good die and which is your bad die, and then roll it again. Before you roll, which is your good die and which is... You gotta tell me which one.
You can't see the good die, Jet.
Just show me.
You can't even see the dice.
Just show me which one is the
Blue.
good die. Okay.
16 to 19. Blue loses.
Blue loses. It's 10:30, the exact same time as your class. You wake up and your
Jet,
apartment.
you're doing the class meme again, even though we don't have majors.
Oh yeah, what's your major?
No, you didn't ask for a
Kirby
major.
said the only thing I can do is
Character creation
heal.
didn't have majors that had jobs.
You're right. What's your major though?
Jet.
You gotta add it to your sheet.
No.
It's a part of the game.
Jet.
What's your major?
I don't want to go to school.
What are you studying?
I stopped.
No, you gotta study.
No, I'm not.
You gotta study something.
No.
You can study dropping out of school if you want. There's a class for that. There's one class for everything at Springdale University.
Game design.
Cool. Yeah, add that to your sheet.
No.
No, you should though.
No.
It's canon.
No, I already remember it.
Don't forget.
Jet, I never forget.
Okay, cool. So you're late for your game design class because it starts right now as you wake up. Your subspace communicator seems to be...
I turn off my subspace communicator.
Okay. You're in a room.
Yeah.
Your subspace communicator's off.
I run at... what? Running speed would probably be about...
We walk here. No running,
Jet,
thank you.
running is gonna happen.
Nope, walking. You gotta walk.
Jet, running is a thing. Stop.
Nerd Tanker said, Then Kirby said, I can already see how this will be going.
There's running, Jet.
No, you gotta walk.
Jet, you can't say that there's no running.
You gotta walk.
People don't just walk everywhere. Stop.
Yeah, you should walk.
No,
conserve your energy for emergencies.
I don't have any energy.
What do you mean?
Jet, energy is not a system.
You don't want to overwork yourself.
Jet, there is no overworking systems in your game. You know that.
You gotta walk.
No.
Is you walking?
I'm running.
No.
I'm running.
You'll run at your walking.
Okay, I will run at my walking speed.
Okay.
By that I mean probably like 1 mile more.
No, not 1 mile.
Jet, you run faster than you walk. Just a tiny bit more. That's how it works, Jet. Stop.
So where are you headed? Kirby said, well, you can't hear this because your subspace communicator's off. But Kirby said you could call it running if you get higher than 10 miles per... If it rolls higher than 10, then you're just running anyway. So, where are you headed?
To school.
What floor do you live on?
The 3rd.
You live on the 3rd floor?
By
It sounds like
that car crashed into the 3rd floor.
Roll a d20 to figure out what floor the car crashed.
Jet, you already rolled this.
We did?
I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't think we did.
Jet, I don't want to have a car in my room.
We'll see.
Jet!
Did you win a brand new car? You only gotta roll one of them.
What do you mean I have to roll one?
Yeah, we're just gonna
good die, bad die system.
Just reestablish where the car landed.
12.
They hit the 12th floor, you're on the 3rd.
How is that even possible? I'm pretty sure the building that would have been on was shorter than 12 floors, Jet.
What? Springdale Apartments, you can roll up to 20.
No, I mean the building that Aiden pushed his car off of.
Oh, he was in an island thing in the sky. He was like hella high in the air.
Whatever.
It's for baby drowners. Kirby said he's snailing because he's at 2 miles per hour. But you don't hear that because your communicator's off.
Yeah.
So you're going to take the stairs or the elevator. You got to get down to the 1st floor. I mean, you could try to leave in some other way if you want.
Can I see the school?
From here?
Yes.
How many miles away is the school?
How as far is the school from here?
We've rolled it before.
Yeah, how far is it?
Roll it again.
I don't know. Jed, you can't just change it from person to person. Stop.
Nerd Tanker said, what, a car in an apartment? Remember last time, Nerd Tanker, when the
15
car
miles away.
15, yeah, 15
Can I see the school from here?
Can you see 15 miles away? I'm
What?
sure there's like a road and it has to go like.
But what I'm saying is, can I
don't
see
think so.
the school?
I don't think so. Not from here.
I can't see the school.
Because I feel like you're like on a hill and you gotta go. Like that's the way I imagine it.
Why would it be on a hill?
I always think of it on a hill. I've never not thought of it on a
Well,
hill.
what does it matter then how far away it is?
Because you still have to travel there.
But no, what I'm saying is, in terms of visibility, what does it matter what its distance is?
If things are farther away, they're harder to see.
Yeah, but Jed, 15 miles is not a whole lot.
I don't know.
For a hill to block the view of the school?
In part.
Can I see the school at all?
I think once you get to like the top of the hill, you'll be able to see it better.
Jed, it's either partially in view or not in view at all.
It's not in view right now. It's just not.
Can I see the top of the hill?
Anything for chicken said, what's good? Good to see. Nerd Tanker said, I pull up to the apartments and I offer him a ride. He's not even outside yet.
I don't even know you're there.
Yeah, he doesn't have a subspace communicator
Can I see
on.
the top of the hill?
Not from here. You're like in the 3rd floor of a building on a hill.
Do
And you're
I-
not at the top of a hill. You're like.
But what I'm
about
saying,
to
Jed,
hit the
is
slope of it.
from my window in my apartment.
No, you can't.
So
Not from
it's on the other side of the apartment, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you gotta go up the hill and go down.
But Jed, like, is the hill out like this side of the building?
The hill.
Like, can I see the hill from my window?
You gotta walk out, right? And you're on the hill. You're not at the top. So you gotta go up the hill and then go down it
Jed,
toward the school.
What I'm asking.
You can't see it from where
I cannot see the hill. I cannot see the school. From my window.
From your window? Your window is facing like toward like the front of the building. So there's like another building across the street, but it's not the school. The school's not that way, it's that way. Someone said Utah Fitness Center and then said, where's Ryan? Ryan's not currently here. Nerd Tanker said, oh, in realization that you don't know that he's here yet. That's because you still haven't chosen a way to leave yet. Nerd Tanker said, rip.
What's outside my window?
You see Soupington's Grape Soup Palace.
Is there a shadow?
On the building?
Just out the window.
Are there any? Yes, there are shadows outside.
I open the window and jump out of it.
You jump out the window?
And then I shadow merge into one of the shadows.
Okay. You're in a fire hydrant shadow.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I didn't say what shadow.
Yeah, you didn't at all. You didn't even ask. You're in a fire hydrant shadow now.
On the ground floor?
Yeah, on the ground floor. Also, you used a power.
Yes.
You should mark that.
I know.
Let's see. Anything for chicken says... It says on your video. The Nerd Tanker said, 3 stories, lol. Okay, so you're now on the ground floor. What is shadow merging? Like, are you saying you pop out of the shadow?
Ability to merge into darkness and travel within it and can emerge.
Okay, so you just jumped into a fire hydrant shadow.
Yes.
Are you just still in it?
Right now I am.
Okay, is a part of the power getting out of the shadow?
Yes.
Okay, welcome Scavenger to the stream.
So it's only
good to have
one
you.
use to get in and out.
Scavenger's also on world currently.
But I don't know where he is.
Yeah, he turned off the subspace communicator. He can't, like, hear you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You also notice that there's, like... What vehicle do you drive, Nerd Tanker? There's some sort of vehicle parked outside of the Springdale apartments. You would see that, considering the fact that you're now outside.
Is it on the way to where I need to go?
How would you know if a parked vehicle is on the way to where... It's facing that direction, if that's what you need.
But what I'm saying is if I have to travel to the school, am I going to run into that car?
If we get... It's a muscle car, and it's parked in front of Springdale Apartments, and it's facing the same direction as where you're going. But it's not moving anywhere, because it's parked.
How much darkness is...
Scavenger said, oof, I'm 8 minutes late. You're right.
How much darkness is there on the way up to the hill?
Up the hill? Not much. It's the morning, so, like, the sun's out.
But,
so,
like, are there trees and stuff?
No. This is, like, a city. Like, a very urban city.
But there are buildings everywhere, which means they're casting shadows.
Yeah, and, like, alleyways. But you're not going to see that from where you currently are.
Yeah, you're going to tell me on a hill that no shadows are getting cast on that hill.
They would be, like, on the other side of the buildings. Like, if the sun is over here, and then the buildings are over here in the same direction as the school, then the buildings would cast shadows like that way, like like on the same plane, right? But you're like here on like a fire hydrant shadow that's that way, like on the ground. So you would have to like be looking between the buildings to see like the alleyway shadows, right?
But there are more than just alleyway shadows.
I mean, the only other shadows would be like shadows of buildings being cast on other buildings on the side of those buildings.
Yeah, it's gonna cast shadows on the road too and stuff like that. You can't tell me that shadows aren't gonna get cast on roads and stuff.
Well, the sun's here, so they're not like diagonally angled. The shadows are like forward right now. Like later in the day, the sun will move, and then the shadows will also move.
I emerge and start running towards the school.
You're just running?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is faster than walking. I don't care yet.
Nerd Tanker, you would see a being emerge from shadow at a fire hydrant and like run like down the road. Okay, you're running towards the. What's your miles per hour for walking?
Running would be probably.
For walking?
Running would probably
For
be
walking?
about 1 mile per hour faster, so 16 miles per
So
hour. So
you're going 15.
Jet,
so in an hour
stop.
you should arrive.
Stop with. Also, Jet, there's no way the school changes distance based on who's going there.
Springdale's a hell of a city.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like you'll arrive in an hour.
It's ridiculous.
As you're like running down the street, you see like people talking about the $1 million reward for like trying to find time travelers.
Doesn't matter, go.
So you just run past them. There are other people who are talking about how it seems like heroes are either going evil, and if they're not
Doesn't
going
matter,
evil,
go.
they must be getting framed. You keep running. There's an old man who's like partially a
Jet,
human
is this
and
just
partially
your
a
way of
snail.
trying to give me all this information that's been happening in the streams?
And the snail dude is like,
Yes.
what? Why did you say yes?
Because this is just your way of
What
being
do they
like, oh,
mean?
new players, these are all the information going on in the world.
And then the snail is like, slow down, you need to stop running on the street.
No, go.
You run past the snail, and the snail is like, kids never listen to me. After an hour or so, you arrive at the school. It's now like 11:30, so it's like an hour past when your class started.
I go in my class.
You go in your class?
Yeah.
Okay. Chat, name an animal. While I'm waiting for someone to name an animal,
Mongoose.
I like read through the chat. So let's see. Anything for chicken said, nerd, what are you talking about in your video? Nerd Tanker said, I'm going to go towards the hill. Okay, so he's driving. He's driving up
But
the
how
hill.
fast is he going to be driving?
In a car speed. Scavenger
What's a car
said,
speed?
that's cool that
His
the
car
video
speed's
share
2
location
miles per
now.
hour, Jet? Did he roll to see how fast his car moves?
Pokemon Go to the Polls said, go to the polls. Kirby said, there is no running, Mr. Hand. Your speed is 15 miles per hour, no more. Scavenger said, my walking speed's 20 miles per hour. And Nerd Tanker said, panda. There's a panda in your classroom eating some bamboo, sitting on a table. It looks at you. It then slaps the bamboo at the board. On the board, there are a bunch of like individual pieces drawn out in chalk. And then next to it in English is written, pieces of what? Write down your answer on a piece of paper.
Game design.
I mean, have you even like sat down? Have you like walked? I know you're in the room. But
No, I just had a paper in my hand and I just...
why do you have paper in here?
Why wouldn't I have paper in my hand? I'm late to class.
You're like and you come in. You never even mentioned that you pull paper out.
I pull paper out.
Okay, now you have paper. Are you gonna sit down in the
no.
classroom? You're not gonna sit. What are you gonna write with? Like, what's your writing utensil?
Pencil.
Okay, did you have a? Where'd you pull the pencil?
I pull out a pencil.
You pull out a pencil. Okay. What writing surface are you gonna? Are you gonna like hold it in the air and like roll 2d20 to see if you like rip your paper with your pencil because you're trying to use not a real writing surface?
Screw me.
You ripped through the paper because you didn't use a proper writing surface, which you would have had if you sat at a desk. The teacher goes and like hits the board again.
Pull out a book.
So you pull out a book.
Take another sheet of paper out.
You pull out a different sheet of paper.
Put the previous piece of paper and tape it to the paper that I have. Game design.
You don't have tape.
Why do I have all this other stuff but not tape?
Because everything else is reasonable for game design class
What do you
until
mean
you said tape.
What do you mean tape's not reasonable?
Why would you have? Do you have tape now in your backpack for school? because you go to school for game design, like in real life. If you can convince me that it's like a conventional thing that you would bring, then you got me. But I don't think you have tape. I really don't. So you don't have tape. So you don't have tape to use to tape the pieces of paper together.
Stapler.
Do you have a stapler in there?
Jet, people carry staplers.
But you don't. But you don't.
Jet, you can't call me out on that.
You don't have a stapler.
You can't call me out on that.
You don't have a stapler.
Use the book to write game design on the piece of paper. Hand the piece of paper to Panda.
Which piece of paper?
The paper that I wrote game design on.
So the ripped up one?
No, the new one.
Okay, so you wrote it on a new one. Nerd Tanker said he probably got to school. I'm going to find Scavenger. Because he would have just been driving around like waiting for you and you never showed up. So.
I was at the front of the building though.
But you ran away.
But he would have saw me.
But he didn't pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's making it sound like he didn't see me.
I even said that you saw you. So I don't know what happened.
Okay.
So you hand it to the panda, and the panda like eats the piece of paper and like stares you in the eyes. The bell rings. Class is dismissed.
Pretty good class.
Pretty good class. You watch the other classmates. Nerd Tanker said you walked there? Yeah, it took him like an hour. Scavenger said, am I at the vet retirement home or Home Depot? Probably at Home Depot is the question. So, I mean the answer. So, you notice that your fellow classmates all hand in their papers, and like some of them the panda puts like to the side on the desk, and the others the panda eats.
That must mean it's a good sign.
Okay, your class is over. This one girl with pink skin and like purple glittery hair comes up to you and goes, "Hey, how's it going?
No.
I noticed that you have a subspace
Bye.
communicator on your wrist."
Bye.
Hi, my name's Candy.
No. Stop. Not again. Get out.
Are you saying that out loud?
I'll get negative bond if I do. I leave.
Candy follows you.
No, I walk 15 miles per hour. Unless she walks 15 miles per hour, she's not catching me.
Roll 1d20.
Dang it! 13.
she's like slightly behind you. She's like, "Hey, I noticed you have a subspace communicator. So do I. Does that mean you're like one of the heroes of the city?"
I'm walking to my next class.
Roll 2d20.
I got a good one.
You passed? You do have another class. What's your other class?
Wait, why is that the good one?
What's your other class?
Game design. They're all game design. Jet.
Roll 2d20.
And Jet, you didn't even ask what the first class was.
I assumed game design.
Jet, it's game design's the major, Jet.
What was the first class, if not game design?
Game design 101.
Okay, cool. Roll this you die.
Good die.
Good die? Your other game design class is on the other side of the building upstairs.
Why is that the good die? Jet.
I mean, you're trying to get to class. Candy's like, "But wait, aren't you a hero?"
No.
Why do you have a subspace communicator?
It's a watch.
Is it really, though?
Yes.
Oh, well, I noticed we're in the same class. Does that mean you're also headed to game
design? Can I roll to see if she's in my class?
You have to compare schedules. You can't just know. There's no way for you to just, like... She has her schedule. She pulls it out. She's like, "Do we have the same next class?"
No.
Okay, I mean, we might.
I don't think we do, so please leave me alone.
Are you sure you don't have a class in room 237? Roll 2d20. You gotta re-roll both of them.
I don't even know. Oh, the first one's fine.
You gotta re-roll both.
Why do I need to re-roll both of them?
Because one of them fell off.
But not the other one.
Let's see. Vegeta says something about Zarbon. Scavenger said, "I would respond with, 'Can I eat you?' because her name is Candy." Let's see. Nerd Tanker picked up Scavenger in his car. You gotta re-roll both of them.
Jet, I rolled. The first one stayed. I don't know why. Jet, this is your fault. I lost.
You lost? You know that she's right. You do both have the next class together, because that's where you're headed right
Jet,
now.
you should have just let me keep the one I had on the thing already.
Nope, they both got
Jet,
a roll.
I wasn't affecting the other dice, so it wouldn't have changed any.
Scavenger said, let's go get something to drink. Scavenger said, I don't drink anything but water. But you hear that via Candy's subface communicator,
Why is she
which
connected
is
to
on.
You don't just have connection to every hero in imagination, Jet.
There you go. So you can hear Scavenger. Yo, Scavenger and Nerd Tanker, you can see what he's doing now through Candy's subspace communicator.
Hey, what's that?
What do you mean?
What's that?
Are you saying that in the game?
Yes.
She's like, this is my subspace communicator.
Well, see, my watch isn't doing that. So clearly mine is...
It's off, she says.
No. Because otherwise, why would I turn it off?
So that you don't have people watching everything you do? Maybe you're afraid of the hero framer. Supposedly that's a thing.
So why do you have yours on?
Because I don't think I'm going to get framed, and if I did, everyone else seems aware that such a thing exists.
But do you honestly think people are smart enough to do that?
I mean, I have a perfectly good reputation at the moment.
You can have a perfectly good reputation and be sent to the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, I have more faith in humanity. It's part of what makes me a hero. She, like, flexes, like, her arms.
Bye.
She doesn't really have good muscles. You say bye, but she's like, we're still going to the same place. Like, she's still, like, right behind you. Like, so we're both going to the same class.
She's not that far behind me.
She's not.
Or no, she's not that close behind me, Jet.
It hasn't been a significant amount of time where you'll be like, there's not a significant amount of space for her to be, like, 2 miles behind you. You're both going to the same room in the same building. Like, actively. Are you going to take the stairs or the elevator?
Stairs.
Okay. She's also taking the stairs because she's trying to talk to you.
Darn it.
She's trying to talk to you.
Well, I'm walking more distance, so she's getting farther away.
Scavenger said, hey, Candy, can I eat you? Have you guys arrived at the school yet to where you could say that?
Communicator, remember?
Oh, right. So Candy goes, I'm not literally Candy. That's just my name. As she follows you up the stairs, she's like, so for real though, why is your subspace communicator off?
It's not off, it's a watch.
It's clearly a subspace. I have one. That's how I know that you have one.
What's the odds of having a watch that looks exactly like the device that's strapped onto your wrist?
I feel like very low.
Well, what if I do?
You don't, though.
What if I'm the one in the million?
You guys arrive upstairs. But you don't, though.
But you don't know that.
Your classroom's, like, right to the right.
I'm going into class.
So does she, because it's the same class.
I sit on the opposite side of the room from where she is.
She just goes to sit next. This is like college. There's no, like, seating chart.
I do it again.
You're purposely trying to ghost her. Candy's subspace communicator starts to, like, go, everything is fine. Everything is fine. She stands up and goes, if you're a real hero, you probably are going to go as well to, like, go handle this. And she
Everything's
leaves.
fine.
Well, she leaves.
Well, good. Now I can relax and do my class.
Scavenger and Nerd Tanker. There's, like, a giant monster that's currently rampaging through Springdale. No additional details are known. You hear loud, thunderous claps. The building is shaking violently.
I go to a window.
You go to a window. You see a massive tail. You can't even see the beast itself.
I sit next to the window.
You see the tail swinging nearby the building. It's getting scarily close.
I still sit in my seat and wait for class.
Let's see. Nerd Tanker said, I'm trying to go find this monster. He says, Scavenger, come with me. From where you guys are in your car, you guys can actually see the head of the beast. It towers over the city and over your car. It's actually creating a massive shadow over the city.
Oh, shadow. Anyway, still waiting for class to start.
Okay. While you wait for class to start, a whole bunch of people go, oh my gosh, there's a mouse! People are, like, just running through the, like, university, screaming. People are, like, throwing papers around. You see people with subspace communicators. They go, everything is fine. Everything. They're just running out the building and shit.
I don't know what everybody's freaking out about. Everything's fine, guys.
There's sound over the intercom. It's, like, the dean of the school. And the dean's like, All classes are canceled due to giant monster invasion of Springdale.
Dang.
That is all.
Dang. Well, I guess I'm gonna start heading back to my apartment building.
Okay. You emerge from the university and you see only like the legs, back, and tail of the monster as it continues to move toward your apartment, but like in that direction away from the university.
Oh, wasn't that lovely?
What do you do? Right now, Scavenger and Nerd Tanker are getting ready to fight the monster. Though, you don't know that because you don't have your subspace communicator on during a monster attack.
Let's see. I would assume the building's pretty much empty at this point because of everybody vacating it.
Yep, everyone left the building.
I go back into the building.
Vegeta, is Zarbon your character? Did you make a character for this? you go back in the building?
And change in Shadow Dark Gale.
Okay. Describe like your transformation sequence.
It's not.
It's not. What did you look like before versus what you look like now?
Just a guy on a black polo shirt and jeans.
And then what's your transformation?
The outfit that I described earlier.
Can you describe it again?
I don't know if I can.
Did you not write it down?
I didn't.
Oh, can you
Oh, I
describe
did.
it now? Oh, you did?
Black button up. Actually, change the. Actually, shoot, because costumes were only also one sentence because screw having any depth.
Well, one sentence is plenty.
No, it isn't because now my face isn't covered at all.
What was your one sentence thing?
Black button-up shirt with white undershirt and dark crimson pants.
Oh, okay.
Jedi should have a coverage for the face.
But you didn't.
Jed.
That's not in your description.
Okay, fine then. We'll do it this way then.
Nerd Tanker's going for its legs.
Let's see.
Scavenger puts on 3D glasses. 3D sunglasses.
It's an alright thing to have for a helm. That's no game.
Right now, while a giant monster is attacking the city, Shadow Dark Gale tries to figure out what will be the best costume to wear. A ghost appears to you.
Leave me alone, I'm thinking.
The ghost moves in front of you and goes, "A great hero must also wear a great uniform." The ghost moves over your body. Do you attempt to resist?
Jed, I already have my outfit, leave me alone.
Do you attempt to resist the
Yeah.
ghost?
Yes.
Roll 2d20.
Fail. Great.
Spectral robes cover your body. Along with them, a sword made out of ectoplasm is sheathed on your side.
Why?
The robes have a hood that's shaped almost like a pirate's hat that obscures your face in shadow, but still gives it its own unique look and feel.
Why?
Brave hero, the monster is still rampaging through your city. Why do you wait?
Why do you do this to me?
Because I can sense when greatness is around.
I'm not greatness, I'm a game designer.
Most those who are great deny their greatness.
Darn it.
It is the prophecy of the Gary Stew.
Jed, I hate you, right?
What do you do? Monsters rampage in the city. You turned off your subspace communicator. You now have a sword made out of ectoplasm and some cool spectral robes. Monsters still fucking everything up.
You're not gonna leave me alone, Ghost, if I don't do anything, are you?
Whatever do you mean, great hero?
God dang it. Okay. Start heading towards the monster, and not a 15-mile-per-hour walk.
So at what speed?
Like, casually walking up to it.
So 15 miles per hour?
That's not casual! Jack!
As you begin moving toward the monster, suddenly you're inside of an airplane.
What?
Yeah, you're sitting in a seat right behind Candy.
What?
Candy is like, "Ha! I knew you would eventually decide to join me."
Who are you? I don't know who you're talking about.
Look, I sent the ghost. I know I know you are. As a part of my power, I can like inspire people to take on heroic action.
You didn't inspire me. I didn't have a choice.
I have no idea what you mean. As she's flying through the plane, you're looking directly at the monster's eye with its massive jaws.
Can I see his mouth?
Yes, with its massive jaws.
I use Darkness Reaver inside of his mouth.
What is Darkness Reaver?
20 damage, can form a spike out of darkness to impale enemies so long as I can see the darkness. Mouths are typically pretty dark.
Okay.
So yeah, you can't really dodge it and you can't block it.
How much damage?
20.
20. Also, Nerd Tanker said, "Oh no, it's attacking me. Shield up." Nerd Tanker is a guy with a shield. You can see him on Candy's subspace communicator. She's like, "Oh no, he's about to get stomped on by a giant monster. I don't know how well his shield
Just
is."
Darkness Reavered him. I don't know how he hasn't flinched.
He has. Like, imagine you got impaled in the mouth, right? And you're like, "Argh!" And then there's a nigga under you that's been fighting you with a sword, and you, like, raise your foot up, but that foot has to come back down. If anything, he's more in danger than he was earlier.
Well, that's his fault.
Candy's like, "I don't really have a power for this, and I'm in an airplane."
What do you think I can do?
I don't know what you can do, but can you do more than me?
No.
Oh, shit! Nerd Tanker, you gotta roll for safety, because, like, he's not gonna save you. Vegeta said yes, Zarbon is his character. Scavenger said Candy be weird as fuck. She be sketch. Candy's like, who the fuck you call him sketch? Also, can you save him? Can you? Are you like anywhere near him? Nerd Tanker said I use my power for armory. Okay, make sure to mark off a power usage. Nerd Tanker said I win. Well, you don't just win. Like, what did you try to dodge? Did you use your power to pull something that would save you from the monster? I don't understand what you did.
While that's going on, can I still see his mouth?
Yeah.
I do it again.
But he's like howling in pain.
Yeah, so he's still...
Where's the darkness? His mouth's entirely open.
But at the back of the throat, there's going to be darkness.
Can you see? Yeah. I'll let you. You can see down it. Because now the plane would have to be like circling back around and you'd be looking straight down.
Darkness Reaver again.
Okay, Darkness Reaver. Another 20 damage. Zolex said hello. Yo, Zolex, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Nerdtanker said I dodge using my power. How did you dodge by opening your armory? Did you jump into your armory? Scavenger said,
how do you
does
get
anyone
out
judge?
then, friend? You're stuck in your armory forever.
I believe he can get in and out. The way that he uses it, I imagine he has to open it to grab weapons, and then
but if
but
here's the thing: if it says portal to armory, then it doesn't mean portal between two planes. It means portal to armory.
Well, I mean, he still has to be able to pull the weapons out, so
right.
It has to go both ways.
But what I'm saying, Jed, is that you can open up something.
You're like, how does he have a portal?
It's like how I got screwed over in the first Jank Heroes, where I couldn't go back
through your thing.
Yes.
Kirby said, has any damage taken place? Nerd Tanker said yes, he did jump away into his armory.
So he's trapped in his armory now.
Without having, like, another method to get out.
Yeah.
It depends on how he wrote his armory power. Kirby said, has any damage taken place? The monster's been damaged. I'm sure it could use a nice heal. Zolex wants to know how to make an amino. There's another app for that. So you don't use the normal amino app. There's, like, an amino creator app.
Why is this monster a giant HP sponge from my first encounter?
Nerd Tanker said, I can come and go. Okay, based on the way it's written, you can come and go. Kirby said, no thanks, I won't heal the monster. It's a giant monster, man.
You can only do a maximum of 20 damage.
So, the monster is now howling in pain, and its blood is now leaking from its throat into the city below, and it's starting to, like, flood the streets. Everyone who's on the ground, can your character swim? Yay or nay? Make that check. Nerd Tanker said, back into reality, I try to land on its tail. Oh, like, you're just using it freely to just, like, teleport anywhere? That's really interesting. This is like the armory power.
Why not?
Okay, you attempt to land on its tail, which is a good idea to try and avoid the blood floods that are flooding the city. Speaking of which, Candy's like, my power is to inspire people. I don't really have a way to solve a blood flood. How do I help?
Well, clearly the best way to do this is to Darkness Reaver again.
So you're just gonna keep Darkness. More blood spills into the city.
He's gonna die eventually.
Increasing the flood problem.
Well, here's the thing. Unless we can vaporize a monster, I think killing him is our best bet, first of all.
Nerd Tanker said 14.
I don't hear...
It's all about a good die versus bad die comparison.
I don't hear Candy saying stop Darkness Reavering his throat.
Why would she want you to stop killing the
Exactly.
monster? But she also wants to know how to save the people in the flood.
Well, I don't really have a solution for that.
Oh, Scavenger. Right now, I want the people on the ground to do a check. What was the bad die then, Nerd Tanker? Scavenger said, wait, vaporizes his
I'm sure there's a Grand Canyon next to Springdale where it's all gonna...
It's just gonna drain off.
Yeah.
It's 3 miles away. You want it to flood the city that hard, so where you successfully land on the tail of the monster, but the tail of the monster is moving very crazily due to the fact that it's like heavily in pain. So you're gonna have to struggle to hold on. Zolek said, what does an amino community that best fits into? An anime one? Probably like entertainment?
So, because Candy doesn't have a solution, and because I don't have a solution, the best solution is just the Darkness Reaver him again.
This monster's getting pretty fucked.
He's taking 80 damage, Jed.
Yeah,
he should be getting close to death.
He's bleeding all throughout the city. Also, UFOs begin to appear over the city.
What now?
And the people in the UFOs announce, "Aha! The only beast that would have been able to stop our invasion is now about to die in your streets. Prepare for your ultimate downfall."
Hey, UFO, I don't think he's dead yet. He's still sort of just bleeding. He's still alive, though.
They're like, "Yes, but how much blood do you think he'll lose before he dies?"
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he took 4 Darkness Reavers, also my most powerful attack. They seem to be doing quite a bit, and he's still up and at him. What makes you think I can't just do that to you?
What's a Darkness Reaver?
Do I see any shadows on the UFO?
On the UFO? It's like in the sky.
Right, but is it...
It's like by where the sun would be.
But like, I guess...
There'd be a shadow casted on the ground from it, right?
But like, I guess what I'm sort of getting at is...
Roll for cloud coverage? That's like the best I could get.
Well, I was more asking how are they above the monsters?
They're above you and you're in a plane.
Okay, fair point.
I
guess cloud cover then?
Yeah, there'd have to be clouds.
Hey, would you like that? There are plenty of clouds.
Clouds galore, my boy. Yeah.
My Darkness Reaver, the middle UFO.
This shit explodes. But now there's debris that's gonna crash into the city, into buildings, and like kill people.
So UFOs, you want to stop invading our city now?
Oh, by the way, you're in a plane. The debris would be like passing by your plane first.
But like, how big is the UFO and how close were we to the UFOs?
The UFO was like above you.
But like, it's not gonna just spread out to like 50 miles radius, Chad. Like, how close were we to the UFO?
Relatively close. Maybe like a few miles.
I don't think that would crash into me then.
You don't think it would?
No.
Do you just want to go for the check? Candy's freaking the fuck out. She's like, "There's shit falling from the sky. We're in a plane in the sky."
Candy, do you have a solution to this?
I mean, I can try to dodge it.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, my other power is to inspire people.
Oh, yeah, good thing I can't do anything about this either, so I guess we're dodging.
Do you only Shadow Reaver? Like, she's just like bitching. Roll to see how good of a pilot Candy is. The only thing you've ever seen her do is make a ghost and pilot.
She's pretty terrible.
What'd you roll?
5 and 13.
Holy shit. Yeah, her plane gets hit by a piece of debris. She's now, like, spinning rapidly toward the... You're now a part of the problem with the other debris that's headed toward the city.
Hey, Candy, can you open up the cockpit?
She's, like, actively, like, pulling on, like, a lever. Roll 2d20.
Tie.
Tie?
I think it goes in favor if it's...
Yeah, it normally goes in favor. We've done re-rolls recently, but I'll say goes in favor. She's able to yank the lever down, and the cockpit, like, pops off the top.
I jump out of the plane.
You jump out of the plane. She goes, "Oh, shit!" She then... she looks out of the cockpit at a bird. And a ghost appears to the bird. It says, "You are a great hero." And
I jump into the actually, no, the city's flooded.
The city's flooded with blood.
Let's see. Is there... Okay. Because we're in an urban area, there are going to be cities that are... Or there's going to be buildings that are higher and lower than each other.
Yeah, there's going to be, like, different...
I jump into one of the shadows of the lower building.
A shadow of a lower building?
Like, a bigger building casting its shadow on a lower building.
Oh, on the top of a lower building. Okay,
yes.
Cool. Zoop. Are you in the shadow?
Yeah.
Okay, you're still in the shadow? I mean, that building still has blood on it.
But it's not flooding. Like, it's not at the level that I'm on top.
It's getting close. Like, if you were to be, like, standing on that building and looked over the edge, you could touch the blood. Yeah. The city's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
If only there was a hero That'll help
Yeah,
out.
it's a good thing I have the ability to take care of blood, right?
Let's see. Nerd Tanker, wait, hold up. Scavenger said, I use my blunts with a weak strain so it doesn't screw people up as much, and heat vaporizes liquids. Do a check, Scavenger, to see if you can vaporize the blood with the blunts. That would be a really impressive feat for your blunts. Nerd Tanker said, I'm going to try to launch myself to the UFO from the tail.
Also, I just realized something.
Nerd Tanker says, I got a 20, but the UFO isn't there. Now you got to deal with falling through the sky, and also there's debris that's falling. Because your thing would allow you to move faster than the debris. The debris still coming down.
Now, question, because I just realized something. It's cloudy, so everything's got shadows on it.
Mm-hmm. Right now.
Will you let me go into a higher building?
Is your thing eyesight based?
Yes.
Then how would you see the shadow that's on like the top of a higher building from a lower building? It seems like you wouldn't be able to see it.
Well,
you just know it exists,
let me
but
ask
you
you
can't see
something.
it.
Normally, higher buildings have like a lot of glass windows and whatnot. Yeah.
Yes.
I go into. Well, first of all, what I meant by taking it back was more so, will you let me take back going?
Oh no, you're still on that lower building.
Okay, fine.
Oh, don't forget to be marking off power usage.
Yeah, I already know how many powers I've used.
Did you mark them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
In my head.
No, mark them on your sheet.
I've already used 7 powers, Chet.
Just mark it.
No.
Mark it. There's no reason not to mark it.
Chet, I know how many powers I've used.
Scavenger successfully was able to vaporize the fucking blood
Also,
with the blunts.
if I'm still in the shadow from the lower building, because I never said I unemerged from
Also,
it.
Scavenger, you would still fuck up a lot of people. Even if it's a weak strain of your blunts, you made enough blunts to vaporize enough blood that would flood a city street. So you're definitely feeling a little high. There's no way around that.
But like what I'm going to go ahead and say is that, because I can merge travel and...
Nerd Tanker, no. Do a different strategy. Don't try to land safely using the debris. The debris isn't anything that's gonna, like, soften your
I don't know.
fall.
Jaren can do it pretty well.
Scavenger said it still screws them up. Most definitely, you made a shit ton of blunts. Nerd Tanker, you better plan. Better plan. You would actually die. It wouldn't matter how you rolled.
I mean,
you
I
would
don't know if
land on
Jaren can
debris
do it,
from the
Jed.
sky.
So if Jaren can do it, I'm sure Nerd Tinker can.
A matter of fact, plain white hits up your subspace communicator, Nerd Tanker, and goes, please have a plan. You're gonna fucking die. Also, Nerd Tanker, since you're in the sky... Oh, Nerd Tanker's gonna try to jump from debris piece to debris piece?
Yeah, Jaren.
Oh, gosh. What are these physics? You can roll for it. This is some weird ninja shit.
Anyway, back to what I'm saying. Because Shadow Merge is merging, unmerging, and traveling, I'm just going to travel up the building, and that's still part of the same usage.
Through the shadow.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, you're now on top of the building.
And now
you see blood mist clouds floating up into the sky.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and also weed smoke. You're a little high.
Great.
That's due to Scavenger's power.
Actually, I never said I wanted to be on top of the building, Jed.
Wait, where'd you want to be?
Like inside the building.
Oh, inside the shadow. How do you get inside the building?
There are shadows in the building, Jed.
So you like move through the shadow space or the shadow verse, through the shadow verse, you're inside the building?
Yeah, like towards the top of it.
By the way, there are more UFOs. Also, the monster seems like he's lost enough blood and he's now kind of high. It seems like he might tip over, and if he does, he could destroy a large amount of the city.
Is he falling in my direction?
Roll 2d20. That's the question.
Yes.
He's gonna fall toward your building and fuck up that side of the city specifically. Nerd Tanker successfully is able to jump from debris to debris to land back on the ground, but he's a little high. The UFOs, one of their main ships got destroyed, but the others are still there. And seeing that the monster's about to fall, you can hear the aliens announcing to the city, "Yes! Soon your demise at our hands will come!"
Because I'm still in the shadow and never actually emerged.
Mm-hmm. You're also in a building.
Yeah, I'm just going to start leaving that building because I see the monster coming at me and it's sort of bad. So I'm just going to keep traveling away from the monster.
Okay. And not stop the monster in any way?
You want me to do something about that with my lovely 5 powers?
Yeah.
I can't do anything about that?
You have 5 power.
Yeah, I can't do anything about 200-foot monster falling.
Okay. By the way,
you expect a lot more out of me than what you're giving me credit for.
Nerd Tanker and Scavenger would see a bird that has, like,
Spectral
armor, holding onto Candy, flying its way down to, like, the city streets, and Candy would be saying to Scavenger and Nerdtanker via our subspace communicator, there has to be a way to stop this monster. You wouldn't hear that, because yours is off.
Yeah. So I guess instead, since I'm traveling away from the monster and I hear the UFOs playing, I'm going to go to a very tall building, like still inside of a very tall building, away from the monster's path. I'm going to unmerge then, and then I'm just going to Darkness Reaver another UFO.
Scavenger said fucking Sundays. Do you have to see to Darkness Reaver?
Yes.
So you're looking up at a UFO?
Yeah.
And cloud cover. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So shadows.
Yeah.
Okay. Darkness Reaver. You got another UFO? Roll 2d20.
More debris.
Some?
Yeah, a lot more.
What's the sum?
6 to 7.
6 and 7?
Yeah.
So you got 13 UFOs remaining, and yeah, there's debris.
There are 13 UFOs.
Yeah, left.
Chat!
How many powers do you have left?
Let's see, I've used 8 of them, so 8.
You have 8 powers left. 13 UFOs, 8 powers. Something's gotta give. And yes, there's more debris heading down into the city. You do have Nerdtanker, Scavenger, and Candy on the ground, but you can't contact any of them because you don't have your subject communicator on.
I'll pop 2 more of them.
Okay, you now have
Actually,
6.
3 more.
You now have 5 powers left?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're popping a lot of them, most definitely. Smash Salmon Andy on stream said hey, but you don't hear him. So 13 minus, you took out 3?
Yeah, so they're 10.
There are 10 UFOs left for the guys on the ground, and you guys would see them getting, like, blown up.
And now I sit back and watch what's going on.
You're just gonna chill?
For right now, I don't really see any reason to get involved right now. I did a lot of work.
If only you had a way to contact other heroes who could possibly help you in this situation.
Candy's got spectral armor. She can figure it out.
Salmon Andy, this is Jank Hero's Funnifyic. We're currently playing. Vegeta said that his character would be Zarbon, but I don't currently see Vegeta on stream. I was actually really interested to see what Vegeta was going to do with his character. Let's see. Salmon Andy said, is this about the gay arc scenes? I don't think there's a gay arc of Jank Hero's Funnifyic.
Okay.
Funny
so,
fight.
Yeah,
Nerdtanker said, I used my armory to move the monster above the UFO.
Wow, that's a big portal. I don't know if you can open a portal.
Nerdtanker, make sure you're marking off your power usages.
Man,
also
is armory portals 200 feet wide?
Isn't that a horrible plan? Now the monster would fall.
So you would open a portal to the armory first and then to the real world, which would be 2 power uses.
So the monster's gonna fall from above the UFOs.
Crush all of them and make them...
And the city!
Yeah.
Like, I don't get the plan. So the monster would definitely hit the UFOs first.
First of all, can you even open portals that are 200 feet wide?
I mean, Nerdtanker, straight up give us your, description for how your thing works. Because that way we'll all know how it works.
Yeah, like, for instance, I can shadow merge, but I'm the only one who can shadow merge. I can't shadow merge other people.
Jiren, Shoke Me Poppy, I'm Zarbon, said hey. Yo, Zarbon, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Let's see. Nerdtanker says, I'll count as 4 power usages. Scavenger says, makeshift hot air balloon? Out of what? How are you going to... How would you do that?
Well, like, it would take a 200-foot portal to get the monster in. Or whatever the height of the monster is. I just said 200 feet.
Yeah, you keep saying 200 feet.
Yeah. But, like, whatever. You have to fit the monster into the portal. Then you have to open up a separate portal because you open it from one to another. So you'd have to open it from the real world to the armory and then the armory to the real world.
And have the monster fall down.
Yeah.
Nerdtanker says, it opens a portal at most 200 feet wide. Then I can go up to 300 feet in the air for my exit. That's what you're going for? Zarbon said, where is Jiren? So you're gonna... But what about the monster that's now falling out of the sky?
No, it's just gonna meteor the city. Springdale's doomed.
Springdale seems fucked. Like, I don't... Like, what is the... Noah's coming up with a plan. Nerdtanker said, I have 2 more that I can use to save Muse. So, what's your plan? To, like,
Now,
save
see, I
the
have
city?
a plan, but my subspace communicator's off, and I don't want to turn it on.
Thank you, Zarbon, for the beer compliment. Zarbon asked, where's Jiren? Nerdtanker said, save myself, Candy, and Scavenger. Oh, whoa. What about the city? What about the whole... Scavenger says, my character seems to be chilling. I guess they would be, Scavenger. Nerdtanker saved you. I don't... The city. Whoa. Nerdtanker, how many power usages do you have left? Is Springdale just fucked? Is a giant monster just
So, is the monster already falling?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna shadow merge my way out of there.
Where? Where are you gonna go?
I'm just gonna start following the shadows out of the city.
Nerdtanker said, I can't save the city. Holy shit. Nerdtanker, where'd you take Candy? Kirby said, any of us have damage? Wait. Oh, Kirby's on another planet. I thought Kirby was gonna get fucked because Nerdtanker didn't save him. Okay, so Nerdtanker said, I would have 1 more to exit.
See, if my subspace communicator was on, I would suggest opening the portal after the monster has crushed all the UFOs. But I can't tell you that.
Because you can't talk to him.
So you don't have that idea in your head.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like the city's just gonna die.
Yeah. I escaped through the shadows, and then the others escaped through a makeshift hop air balloon or something. I don't know.
Scavenger said, take us as far away. Scavenger said save Kirby. Kirby's on another planet. He's fine. Nerdtanker said, I take us as far away as I can, which is 200 feet away, to the school.
Oh, you're screwed.
That's not survivable range.
Goodbye, guys. I guess I'm the only living hero. I have a monopoly on heroism.
No, there's gotta be
I have a monopoly on heroism, Jet.
You take them to the school, and when you take them to the school, Candy's like, I'm gonna have to use my ultimate weapon.
Jet, stop. Stop Deus Exing this. Stop.
Scavenger said, fuck my life.
Candy doesn't have any powers to solve the solution. Oh, wow, she has a sudden solution to the problem.
Candy sends a ghost. The ghost flies...
To the monster?
To the city.
Oh,
and
no!
says, you are a great hero.
Jets.
And the city...
Stop.
The city of Springdale transforms into a spectral knight that punches the monster into space.
Stop.
Before reverting back into Springdale.
Why isn't Candy the only hero if she can do this?
Candy then bursts into a cloud of blood and dies.
Whoops, oh well. Now I don't have to deal with Candy. But I don't know that. I don't know that.
You think Candy's still out there. Candy's blood was filled with purple glitter, by the way. But when Candy dies, her subspace communicator...
I guess she went into -1 power usage.
Her subspace communicator states that the reason why Candy died, because it's trying to figure out what's happening, is because...
But the subspace communicator is bad. It's just saying everything's fine.
Her subspace communicator was a little bit better than most.
How?
You can tell from when you saw her that hers was like somewhat customized.
Chat, stop trying to make her out to be good.
So her subspace communicator explains that her power was directly connected to her health. So when she so when she inspired the city to become a hero, it took all her health to do that one thing.
That also means she used health
to inspire
and a bird.
And to not die. That makes sense, Matt.
So dumb.
The bird probably took less health than the fucking city.
Quick question. Do I still have the spectral armor, or was that something specifically tied to her?
So it was her power that did that, but you still have it. That didn't go away.
Okay, that's my new hero outfit on top of my regular hero outfit then.
Yeah, and you even had an ectoplasm sword that you never used.
Like, I'm gonna use an ectoplasm sword against a 200-foot monster.
Why not?
Because I've got 20 damage darkness reavers.
So let's see. Nerdtanker said I start panting. My boy's just freaking the fuck out. Scavenger said stop with the plot armor, please. Zarbon said rip. Nerdtanker said Candy, no! I love that.
Well, because I saw the spectral armor, I still don't know she's dead. And I'm outside of the city's boundaries.
Scavenger said, why so cold-blooded? Then Scavenger said, what the fuck? Why does she have glittery blood? So you guys help stop the alien invasion and the giant monster attack?
So I guess I'm outside of the city and I'm watching the blood flow into the Grand Canyon.
Oh, shit.
Or did all of it get vaporized?
All of the blood got vaporized, but the monster you would have seen get punched in his face.
Which means its blood was raining down, which still causes problems?
Yeah. It would be... I don't know. She hit the shit out of that. You would almost argue the shockwave knocks all that up as well into space. No blood rain. Very good.
Yeah, you should have just let the city be a crater. Stop making Deus Ex Machinas.
Nerdtanker said, no, I'm out of breath if I use too many powers. Oh, that's why you're panting? Scavenger said, fuck, the aliens don't have shoes.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine, and I've used, 12 powers?
Oh, what time is it?
It's like 52.
Zolik says there's no...
yeah, it is 52. I'm
70.
right on the money.
So, wait,
5 minutes.
We have 5 minutes left? So, a lot of the city, evacuated. So...
a lot of people died, Jen.
True, a lot of people did die. You see a lot of buddies.
Buddies.
You see a lot of buddies dead in the street, having been drowned in the blood flood.
And crushed by debris and monsters.
Crushed. Well, yeah, because people didn't stop the debris.
Yeah, most people died.
No, stop the debris. So,
most of the people in that city died because there's no way a ton of people got away by the time everything happened.
People got crushed by debris.
You have 100 people left in Springdale, Jet.
Drowned in blood. Springdale's a pretty big place.
Jet, at least 50%, if not more, of the population is dead.
So, I mean, there are a lot of people dead in the streets. But you're on the outskirts of the city, far away from
At the
where
very
monster
least,
attack
the area where we're located is complete.
is really fucked.
Yes.
That I agree with. But not, the whole city. That concentration's really fucked.
But that's a pretty big part of the city, Jet.
It's, the main part you guys interact with.
Yeah, so in other words, we just screwed over the main... It's going to go into economic decline. We're going to go into a Great Depression.
Kirby said, couldn't I have healed Candy? Healed Candy?
She's blood.
She blew up into glittery blood. I guess if you had healed Candy...
Before?
Yeah, before
Actually,
she
no,
died.
you couldn't even do that because Kirby can only heal 12 health at a time. Theoretically, it's based on the size of what you're giving the spectral armor to.
Yeah.
So, unless it does max damage, or unless it does max health and not max damage.
I think it does max health for her to do something that big.
Okay, but it doesn't do, max damage, so it can't go above her health. Well, the only way it would work is if you were healing her while she was doing it.
Yeah.
Which would mean sort of like a weird siphon.
Kirby would have needed to know ahead of time.
Yeah.
That, she was gonna do that.
Which was not really... Well, sort of is, because Subspace Communicator is instant.
But Subspace Communicator, it didn't communicate that until after she died, how her power worked. Yeah.
Right.
Now, Nerdtanker has a danger sense, but I don't know how many power usages he had. Plus, this is already canon. We've already, said that she died, and then nobody saved her. And Kirby, your character can think, could I have healed her? But, you wouldn't have known ahead of time.
This is just one giant meme, Joe.
Also, Nerdtanker was surprised. He said, no, Candy, no!
Yay, Candy, yes!
So, I mean, if his danger sense went off, it wasn't fast enough. Kirby said, I guess I was too slow then. Scavenger said, aight. Nerdtanker said, Scavenger, we have to get off the planet. Come to my hideout. What? This is interesting. Kirby said, I guess I was too slow. Yeah, I already read that.
I'm curious if they think they're responsible for everything that happened, and thus would look bad in the public.
You're wondering if they get blamed?
Yeah, I think that's what they're thinking, maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I don't think that. I don't feel guilty at all.
About not saving
I did
people.
a lot of work out there. I killed 5 UFOs.
Why is it that you didn't save people from debris?
Because I couldn't.
You really don't have any powers over it?
Shadow Merge. Ability to merge into darkness and travel within it. Cannot merge. Game Portal. Can open a portal to pull video game items and weapons to be used. Abyssal Clones. Can summon clones out of viewable darkness that can utilize my abilities. Darkness Reaver. Can form a spike out of darkness to impale enemies so long as I can see the darkness, including shadows. Itoshura. Can enhance physical abilities such as triple run speed, enhance perception, and increase dodging and pain resisting capabilities. I have no abilities that would help in the debris situation. I did everything I could.
Nerd Tanker said, my hideout is close to the school, approximately 300 feet away.
Or more
Where is your hideout, Nerd Tanker?
Or more specifically, I did everything I could while making sure I didn't take any damage.
Scavenger said, what is wrong with you? But you can't hear him.
I didn't.
You don't have your
You don't know anything I'm thinking.
True. Like, it's not like he can, like, hear what's going on.
You think I'm a pretty slow guy? I just killed 5 UFOs. I took out the monster. I did a lot of good work.
If anything, Candy took out the monster.
Well, no, she took care of the corpse. I took care of the monster.
Yeah, like, there wouldn't be a corpse unless I killed him. I mean, you did kill the shit out of him. But, I mean, he was going to save everyone from the aliens.
Well, I took care of a good portion of the aliens.
Zolek said, do I pick custom? I believe so, if there's no better option. Scavenger said, I can walk there easily. And Nerdtanger said, the spaceship in his hideout is enough to hold 2 people. Only 2 people?
Wow, that's a small spaceship.
That's a very small spaceship.
There's like 3 people in the script, if not 4.
Zolek said, do I pick custom or influencer? I feel like you'd pick custom instead of influencer. But yeah. The city's pretty barren. A lot of people have to, like, come back into the city, because, like I said, a lot of people left and a lot of people died.
Most of the people died.
Only in that section of the city.
The main section of the city. The most populated section of the city. Get out of here, Jed.
Oh, also, the apartments got banged up, but they didn't fall.
How did they not fall?
They didn't fall.
Jed!
What do? You're, like, all the way outside the city. Kirby says an hour has passed.
Yeah, an hour has passed, but we gotta see the fallout of this city. Another hour, let's go.
Zolex apologized for asking questions that weren't about Jank Heroes. No problem, Zolex. Nerdtanker said, carry me, I can't walk that fast since I'm out of breath, referring to Scavenger. About them going to the hideout. Wait, did you say another hour? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
You want to do another session?
Why not?
It's going to be another video. It's going to be episode 5.
No, just make it the same video. You have I see a 1 hour and 42-minute Jank Heroes video, right?
That actually was a lot of, like, talking and speculation about what would happen in the next episode.
Stop.
But thank you all for watching. The way we're going to end this one off is Scavenger is carrying Nerdtanker, taking him to Nerdtanker's hideout where he has the spaceship for 2 people. They're going to try and get off-world. And Kirby's on another planet still. And then your boy, Mr. Han, a.k.a. Shadow Darkgale, he is moving back into the city after the big monster attack. And we'll start the session there for episode 5. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. We're about to jump into episode 5. It's going to be another video, so stay tuned. Peace.
This is so dumb, Jet.